Hey, Sandra, are you there? I just wanted to thank you so much for the money to give my mom as a birthday present. You should know that you really didn't have to do that. Wait, what? What money for mom as a birthday present are you talking about? I don't think I know what this is about. Wait, are you telling me that you really don't know what I'm talking about at all? I would have thought that you'd at least have the faintest memory about what it is that I'm referring to. But I'm talking about how it's my mom's birthday soon, and we used your gift to hold a big party for her. So thank you so much for that. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Oh, well, I don't think that I actually did know that her birthday was coming up soon, but, well, in any case, tell her congratulations for me, okay? Well, this was a really big one for her, so I just knew that I wanted to give my mom and dad something really fun to do and to be able to celebrate. So that's why I bought them tickets for a cruise around the world. Isn't that just amazing? You should have seen the look on my mom's face when I told her what her present was. She was just so shocked to get something like that. She was just over the moon for the rest of the night, knowing what she had in store for her. Well, yeah, I guess that someone getting that kind of present would be getting really excited to get that kind of present. But the only question that I have for you is, wouldn't getting your parents a kind of present like that, that is to say a cruise going around the world, well, wouldn't that just cost a ton of money? Oh, yes, it did cost a ton. It's a close fortune, some might even say, but don't worry. I was able to put together money from a bunch of different places to be able to have given that kind of gift to my parents. After all, to get them both tickets on a cruise like this, going all the way around the world, the total price for them was about 70 grand, if you can believe it. It cost you $70,000 to be able to afford the tickets for your parents' cruise around the world? That's a ton of money. Oh, I know it is. But the thing is that my mom has always wanted to go traveling around the world. I remember her telling me that it was always one of her dreams, and so now I'm happy that I just got to help her make that dream come true by giving her this present. I guess you could say that I'm just trying to be the best daughter that I possibly can be, and that is why I'm doing things like buying my parents tickets for a cruise around the world. Aren't I just the best, Sandra? Yeah, I really do think that if you care about your parents so much that you're willing and able to spend that much money on them for such an amazing gift, that is really incredible. You must have been saving up your money for so long to be able to have done this for them. Is that right? And I guess the thing that makes me extra confused, but also really impressed by it all, is that I thought you didn't even have a job. Aren't you basically just a housewife? That's right, I am a housewife. Why do you think that I was coming to you, thanking you for your contribution at the very start of this conversation? There's no way that I would ever have been able to afford something like this for my parents all by myself, you know? I'm sorry, I think I'm a little confused about what you mean when you say that. How exactly do you mean I contributed to this? Well, I just mean that for the $70,000, I didn't have that kind of money at all. In fact, the truth of the matter is that I had to use up your savings to be able to afford their tickets. Sorry, I think that things still aren't exactly clicking for me. What do you mean when you say that you used my savings to buy the tickets for your parents' around the world cruise? Well, I just mean that I know you had a lot of money saved up since I was able to get into your bank account, and I thought that that would just be enough to help me get this amazing gift for my parents. I really don't see what there is to even be confused about with all of this. But you mean, are you telling me that you, did you I don't even know what to say right now. Are you telling me that you went into my bank account and used my money for this? Don't you know that I was saving that money for my son to go to college? I can't believe that you would just steal from me so blatantly like that. What is the matter with you? You think I give a crap if your stupid son ends up going to college or not? Obviously, taking care of my mother is way more important than whatever future plans you had for your kid. Did you know that I only ever met your mother face to face once? Do you really think that I would ever use so much money of my savings to buy a gift for someone like that? Not only that, but we hardly even know each other. Does your mom know where the money for her gift even came from? Look, I think that you're forgetting your place here. The fact of the matter is that my mom is your mother-in-law too, so I don't think that you have any right to be getting upset at me like this. After all, it is your job to help take care of her as well. Don't you realize that? You really need to quit being so selfish about all of this and just be grateful that I help you contribute to this. Well, about you trying to tell me why it sounds like I had to pay for all of something that you're taking all of the credit for. And why was I the one who had to pay for it all in the first place? Oh my gosh, if I knew that you were going to make such a huge deal about all of this, I would have never ever bothered telling you in the first place. But I mean, don't you realize what you've done? You've committed a crime. You stole from me. Don't you get that? You are literally a thief. You don't really seem to understand anything about anything, now do you? I mean, really, just who do you think you are accusing me of some horrible crimes like that when I haven't even done anything? How can you say that you've done nothing when you just told me that you robbed me of $70,000? What in the world makes you think that what you did isn't going to count as a crime? I guess that you really haven't considered at all the basic fact of the matter that you and I are family. Don't you know that family stealing from family isn't even recognized as a crime by law? You really are slow if you thought I was just going to walk into this and do something that could have gotten me in trouble. But I just... Wait, what? How does that even work? Why would the law even work that way? That doesn't make any sense at all. I really don't think that you know at all what you're talking about when it comes to that. Look, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Have you ever been in a courtroom before? Do you know how the law works when it comes to this kind of thing? Because I am telling you right now that I am way more up on this kind of thing than you are. I mean, really, did you think that you would be able to outsmart me by taking me to court? Believe it or not, I know exactly what I'm doing. So you can try to run to the police for help, but let me tell you now that they aren't going to raise even a finger to do anything for you at all. So you're really telling me that if I go to the police and I tell them that you stole all that money out of my bank account, that they aren't going to do a single thing about it no matter how much I try to get them to punish you? That's right. That's what I just told you, is it not? I told you that you can't just go to the police and report a family member for stealing from you. The law just simply doesn't recognize that as a crime at all. So no matter what you do, there won't be any point because I can't ever be punished for what I've done. Do you get it now? But, I mean, I still just don't understand why you had to take all this money from me. I mean, why didn't you just go to my brother first? I'm sure that he would have been happy to help you if you were wanting to buy something nice for your parents. I just don't understand what compelled you to zero in on me and try to make me pay for this gift for your parents. I mean, really, I thought that you could have gotten plenty of help from your husband. Oh, yes, you would want me to go and ask your brother for help, wouldn't you? But you should have known better than that. After all, there's no way that I would ever want to ask John for any of his hard-earned money when he is trying to invest it in himself and his company. And as John's wife, that means it's my duty not to bother him with silly requests for money that I know are only going to stress him out more. So I did what any supportive and caring wife would do when trying to help her husband, who is working so hard to provide for me in return. And so anyways, that's basically why I couldn't just go to my husband, your brother, John, to go and ask for money. It just wouldn't have worked out at all. Don't you get that yet? Okay, sure, maybe you had some good reason for not going and asking my brother if he could pitch in for some money and be able to buy your parents that ticket for their around-the-world cruise. But you're still not doing a good job at all of answering my question to you, which is, and I will repeat myself, why is it that you thought that you could just take the money from my account to pay for this gift that you bought from your parents in the first place? I mean, you do realize that that money was something that I had worked long and hard to save up, and that I was saving up for my son to be able to go to college. In fact, I really don't even understand how you even got access to my bank account in the first place when I thought that the only other person who had the login information for that account was my dad. Oh, yes, that's right. You did tell your dad about that account because I know that you were asking him for help in investing that money so that it could get the most return on the money that you were putting away for your son. But you see, the problem with that is that your dad is still quite old-fashioned, so while he was out of the house one day, all I had to do was break into his study and find his little notebook full of all the passwords that he uses for the accounts that he has access to. It really was just as simple as that to break into your account. So then, you're telling me that not only did you steal the money from my account, but you also had to pilfer through my dad's things to get this information? I don't understand how you can say all of that and still not realize that you've committed theft. Oh, come on. I don't know how you think that you can blame me for any of this. I've already explained to you the position that I was in, and not only that, but I've also told you why it's pointless to try and report any of this. Well, I don't care what you have to say about any of this. The point of the matter is that I don't forgive you, and I want my money back right now. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll get you your money back as soon as I can. So that means that you can probably just write it all off unless you don't mind waiting 100 years for me to get it all back. Hey, John, are you there right now? I kind of really need to talk to you when you have the chance, so please get back to me soon.
Oh, yeah, sure. I guess I am fine to talk right now. Is there something the matter, Sandra? Is everything okay? I have a little bit of time to chat.
Oh, well, if you're really busy doing other things, then I guess that you and I can just talk later. I would hate to take you away from whatever it is that you're doing.
No, there's nothing to worry about at all. I can talk right now if you know what it is that you want to talk to me about. I'm actually just driving around trying to find some places that are renting out office space. And then once that's done, I need to narrow down which of those spaces is going to be the best for me to buy so that I can run my business out of there. But aside from that, I have time to talk, so what's up?
Wow. I'm sorry, I don't mean to deviate at all from the whole reason why I wanted to talk to you in the first place, but I still just can't believe that you're starting your own business. I think it's amazing that you're going to be your own boss like that.
Oh, well, it's really actually not that huge of a deal, you know? I mean, after all, yeah, I'm gonna be my own boss and own my own company, but in effect, that actually means very, very little. I mean, I'm my own boss, but I don't even have any staff who are working under me. But I mean, I guess I did know what I was getting into after all. I knew that this was gonna mean lots of hard work all by myself in trying to achieve what I wanted out of life. It's nice to know that this is all finally coming together. In fact, I probably get carried away way too often with how well I've been feeling ever since starting my own business. I mean, I guess it just feels like I'm finally doing something with my life. But I am sorry that I've been so busy lately.
Oh, you don't have anything to worry about at all there, John. I mean, I'm just happy to hear that you feel that your dreams are finally starting to come true. I mean, I remember how much you complained about not liking your last job. You were really, really upset all of the time, and so I'm just glad that now you're doing something that you can take pride in. And, I mean, of course you're doing so much of this hard work on your own, but I think it's also fair to acknowledge that me and our parents have also been supporting you quite a bit in your journey, right?
Oh, yes, of course. I know that Mom and Dad are always on my case about wanting to know how things are going and how I'm doing and what I've been up to when it comes to the business end of things.
Oh, I really don't think that our parents are that obsessed with what you've been doing. In fact, I don't think that you're doing anything to upset them or make them nervous about anything you're doing at all. I mean, we're all family, you know? I know that I'm at least speaking for myself, but I also think that I'm speaking for our parents a little bit here when I tell you that we are all more than happy to help support you achieve your dreams.
Oh, well, that really does make me feel good. Thank you so much for saying that, Sandra. I guess maybe it's just me who feels like I still haven't done enough to really feel like I've made Mom and Dad proud of me, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe it's just because I'm the eldest child, but I guess I just thought that I would have been able to do more with my life at this point. Do you know what I'm talking about? But I guess I'm doing my best, and that much is what counts.
That is exactly how I feel about all of this as well, John. I don't think that you have anything to be ashamed of at all. And I think that you've been doing really, really well for yourself, for what it's worth.
Well, I really am glad to hear all of this coming from you. After all, I feel like you're just so much more responsible than me in so many ways, to be honest. After all, I've heard that you've been saving up a ton of money so that you can send your son to school. I mean, you probably have to have some huge amount by now, don't you think?
Well, actually, that's kind of something that I wanted to talk to you about, you see. The thing about it is that my savings have actually been reduced down to nothing. I have no more savings.
Wait, what? Well, what do you mean you don't have anything left from your savings? I thought that you were saving up a ton, right? Don't tell me that you spent it all on something. What could you even buy that would cost that much?
Well, that's actually the thing, John. I wasn't the one who spent my money. It was actually Maria. As in, Maria, your wife.
I'm sorry. I guess that I'm feeling just a little bit confused by all of this. What exactly do you mean that it was Maria who spent all of your money? I don't get it. How could my wife have been able to spend all the money that you had put away in a savings account? Is something like that even possible?
Well, I guess I can just get into the story that I had prepared to tell you when I started texting you in the first place. Of course, I don't really think that you're going to like it all that much, but here it goes. Maria, you and I need to have a little talk about the stunt that you pulled with my money. Now, I understand that you've spent it and there's no getting the money back that you've already used up. But the fact of the matter is that I am not going to let you get away with not returning the money that you stole from me. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Are you serious? You really think that I'm going to be able to return all of that money to you? No way. I'll actually happily pay you back for all that money. $1 a day. How does that sound for you? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? Do you really think that I'm going to settle for anything less than you returning to me all the money that you stole from me? I know that you took a lot from me, so if you're worried about not being able to pay me back all at once, that much I understand. But I am going to need you to pay me back all of the money that you took from me within 5 years. Do you understand? Oh, come on. Now, who is the one being completely unreasonable? Even if I wanted to pay you back the money that you should have been happy to spend treating my parents, 5 years is way too short of an amount of time to be able to pay back all of the money that you lost. I understand that I might have to put you in a little bit of a bind by using up all of this money, but I think that you need to think clearly and still be realistic about all of this. You can't just make selfish demands like that from other people. Selfish demands? Is that supposed to be some kind of a joke or something? Let's not forget that you were the one who stole all of that money from me in the first place. You were the one who broke into my dad's office and even stole the account information so that you could get to that money. No, look, I don't know how many times you're going to make me have to explain this to you, but I already told you that my mom's birthday was coming up and I wanted to get her something really, 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 really special. So why wouldn't I use all the resources available to me to make that happen? Do you really even want me to take that question seriously? Okay then, how about let's start with the fact that those resources were never, ever, 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 ever supposed to be available to you in the first place. You just stole them from me. Don't you get that yet? You really are such a little cheapskate. Do you know that? I mean, really. And, it's exactly because I knew that you were going to act like this that I never even bothered to ask you about borrowing that money in the first place. So you really only have yourself to blame. I can't believe you did this, Maria. $70,000 gone. Do you even realize how much that is? I have been saving for years. That was for my son's college fund, his future. How could you just selfishly rip that away from him? Oh, come on, Sandra. You act like I blew it on something useless. I mean, wasting all of it on your stupid son, now that would be a real waste of money. But it was for my mom and dad. They've always wanted to go on that cruise. You knew that. So, that gives you the right to take my money without asking? Are you out of your mind? How could you even think that that's okay? I mean, really, do you think that you're going to get away with this? You're acting like I stole it to go shopping or something. It was for my parents, Sandra. And because we're all one big happy family now, that makes them practically your parents too. Family. I thought that you'd understand that, but clearly you're too wrapped up in your perfect little world. My perfect world? You mean the one where I work my ass off to save money for my son's education, and then it just magically disappears because you feel like playing Santa for your mom and dad? How noble of you, Maria. Well, I hope that you're at least proud of yourself. Don't be so dramatic. You're making it sound like you can't recover. You'll save more money, Sandra. I mean, you already did it once. Why not just do it again? You always do. Besides, your son is smart, right? I mean, you're always going on about how brilliant he is. So if he really is so smart, he'll get scholarships or something. Meanwhile, my mom and dad aren't getting any younger. This was my chance to give them something before it was too late. Scholarships? You think I'm relying on scholarships? You've always had this way of assuming everything will just fall into place for me. Guess what? It doesn't. This is my son's future we're talking about. I don't get to gamble with that the way you do. Like your son is even going to need all that money. He's already got everything lined up. It's not like he's going to some fancy Ivy League. He'll survive. I am sure that you will figure out a way to put everything together for him so that things end up okay. Who the hell are you to say what my son will or won't need? $70,000, Maria. I wasn't saving that for fun. I was making sure that he wouldn't struggle through his education. I was making sure he'd have choices, and you just took it like it was nothing. You're acting like I took it out of spite. It wasn't nothing. I just thought that you, of all people, would get it. I mean, how often do my mom and dad ask for anything? They've given up so much for me, and for once, I could do something for them. And you couldn't have asked or even mentioned it? You could have said something before you cleaned out my account like a thief in the night. Why, Maria? Why didn't you say anything? Because you would have said no. You never think anyone else's needs matter as much as your own plans. It's always about what you're doing, what you're saving for. What's next for you and your son? What about me? What about what I want to do for my parents? Why do you always have to be so selfish and think of yourself all the time? I mean, really, why are you even so fixated on this money anyways? Don't you realize that if you wasted less time complaining about all of this to me right now and just got back to working, that you would probably be much closer to getting all your money back? You're damn right I'm fixated on it. It's called being responsible, Maria. I was planning for my son's future, and now, thanks to you, that future just got a whole lot more complicated. How am I supposed to explain to my son that his college fund is gone? I didn't steal. I borrowed. You're acting like it's the end of the world. You'll be fine. Your son will be fine. I mean, really, for the last time, you're always been the one with everything figured out. You'll find a way to fix it like you always do. And besides, I told you that I'm happy to help you pay it back $1 at a time, didn't I? So I don't see what the big deal is. You think I'll just find a way? This wasn't some backup savings. This was my son's future. He's starting college in just a few years, and now what? I have to tell him his aunt decided to take it for a vacation? This wasn't your money to give. You didn't ask me. You didn't even hint at it. You just decided on your own that your parents' vacation was more important than my son's education. You think that's okay? I didn't ask because you would have said no. You're always so rigid. Everything in your life has to follow some perfect plan. I knew you'd make this into a bigger deal than it needed to be. So you took it without asking, knowing it was wrong. Wow, Maria, that's really admirable. I wasn't trying to be admirable. I was trying to do something meaningful. You could never understand that because you're too busy obsessing over every dollar. I'm obsessing over it because it's my money, my savings, my son's future. You don't get to tell me what I can or can't care about when you've stolen from me. Stolen? Give it a rest, Sandra. You act like I broke into your house and cleaned out your safe. I transferred the money, that's all. You wouldn't have missed it. You literally said that you had to break into my dad's office just to get the information from my bank account to transfer it in the first place. And an illegal transfer of money is still a crime, thank you very much. And how can you say that I wouldn't have missed it? I notice it now, don't I? I notice it because you took everything I was counting on. What makes you think you can just walk away from this without consequences? What consequences? You want to sue me? Take me to court? Good luck explaining to everyone how your in-laws are awful people because their daughter wanted to give them the trip of a lifetime. Besides, I already explained to you how you just simply can't sue someone who is a member of your family. No judge is ever going to take a case like that seriously, and it's going to get thrown out before it even gets its day in court. Oh, well, that's just the thing, Maria. I looked into that law that you were talking about, and I couldn't find anything at all that said anything about not being able to sue within a family. In fact, I even hired a lawyer just to ask that question, and he nearly laughed me out of the room before I explained why I need to know. But anyway, now that I know exactly how the law works, you should know that I am going to be suing you. No, that's impossible. You shouldn't be able to do that. Are you really telling me that you looked into the law and you couldn't find anything telling you that you couldn't sue me? And then on top of that, you had to go out and find a lawyer who also said that wasn't the case? Please tell me that you're not being serious. Oh, I am serious. I am well within my rights to sue you for your behavior and am going to see to it that you get punished to the fullest extent of the law. But what about your brother? How are you going to explain to him that that's what you're doing to me? Oh, don't worry. I've already told him, and he told me this was the last straw between the two of you. He's going to file for divorce from you. Sandra, please, you can't be serious. You're really going to sue me? Come on, that's not necessary. We're family. Let's not do this. Oh, now we're family? Well, that didn't seem to matter when you decided to take $70,000 from me. You knew exactly what you were doing, Maria. This is the consequence. I know I messed up, okay? I know I took the money, but suing me, do you know what that's going to do? It'll ruin everything for both of us. There has to be another way. Another way? You mean letting you get away with it? No. I've been patient. I've been calm. I gave you a chance to make this right, but you didn't even try. You laughed in my face, Maria. You thought I wouldn't do anything. I didn't think you'd go this far, Sandra. I was wrong. I see that now, but this is too much. Suing me won't fix anything. It'll just make things worse for everyone. Worse for you. It won't make things worse for me, Maria. You're the one who stole from me, and you're the one who has to face the consequences. You were counting on me backing down. I'm not. I warned you. I don't have the money to pay you back. You know that. What's the point of suing me if I don't even have it? You're just going to drag this out in court, and for what? So we can both spend even more money on lawyers? It'll drain us both, Sandra. Please, I'm begging you. The point, Maria, is that you need to understand what you've done. You took my son's future, and now you're facing the repercussions. You don't have the money. That's not my problem. You should have thought of that before you decided to help yourself to my savings. I didn't mean for it to get this far. I swear I didn't. I thought you'd just let it go eventually. I thought we could work it out like we always do. I never imagined you'd actually go through with suing me. You can't do this, please. And why shouldn't I? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't hold you accountable for what you've done. Because we're family, Sandra. We've known each other for years. This is going to tear us apart. You're going to ruin everything between us, between our families. Do you really want that? You really just seem to think of family as something that you can use whenever it's convenient for you. Honestly, it's family when it's okay to steal from me, and it's family when I shouldn't be stealing from you. Well, how about you tell me just how you have ever treated me like a member of your family even once, huh? Sandra, please, I'll do anything. I'll figure out a way to pay you back, I swear. Just don't take me to court. It'll destroy my reputation. I'll lose everything. I'll never recover from this. You don't want to ruin my life, do you? Ruin your life? What about my life? What about my son's life? You didn't care when you ruined his future, did you? Now you expect me to feel sorry for you because you're scared of what a lawsuit will do? No, Maria, I don't feel sorry for you. I know I was wrong. I do. I'll make it up to you. I'll work harder. I'll sell whatever I can. I'll pay you back little by little. Just please don't sue me. Let's talk this out, okay? We can find another solution. It's too late for that. I gave you the chance to make it right, and you threw it back in my face. You didn't care until you realized I was serious. Well, now you're going to have to face the music. Sandra, I'm begging you. I just can't go through a lawsuit. I just can't. It'll destroy me. I don't have the money for lawyers. You'll bankrupt me. Please don't do this. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't sue. I mean, isn't it enough that you convinced my husband to divorce me? But on top of that, you need to take me to court? My parents have already left on their cruise. Are you really going to make me wait, possibly in jail, until they come back to bail me out? Honestly, I would consider the fact that I even let them go on that cruise without telling them how it was that you made that money going above and beyond anything that I should do for you. But maybe having a little time sitting in debtor's jail will give you enough space to think about the consequences of your actions. Remember, nobody is doing this to you. You did this to yourself through your horrible, selfish actions. I'll see you in court. After that, I followed through on my promise, and I took my sister-in-law to court for her theft. I really have no idea why she thought that her lie about not being able to sue family would ever have been able to fool me for longer than that time it did. I literally just Googled if that was true while she was explaining all of that to me, and I couldn't find a single source backing up anything that she was saying to me at all. I mean, just a really dumb move on her part. As for my brother, he did actually end up reaching out to his soon-to-be ex-in-laws as they were already enjoying their cruise. Apparently, he explained to them what the situation was and that Maria would be sitting in a jail waiting for them by the time they came back. Honestly, for their sakes, I do hope that they finished the whole cruise and didn't come home early. Maria was left debt-ridden, and the court actually forced her to find a job in the meantime to start to pay down her massive debt. I never even thought twice about what I did to her, however. And now my son is going to be able to go to college just like I had always hoped. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Coming up, we're having a family get-together, right? Make sure that you're there, Arya.
A wife like you not showing up to see her in-laws would make a scene for all of us to laugh at. It's already happened plenty of times before now, where you come up with some reason and run off from the rest of us. This time, I want you to be there, please.
Sylvia, I was never really running away from any of those get-togethers.
Okay, I know that you had work or whatever going on. That's always been your go-to excuse for getting out of things.
But it's a good excuse considering that I'm telling the truth about having to go to work.
You can stop lying to me about that already. Are you coming this time? Are you not coming? What's going to be your answer this time?
When is the gathering supposed to be happening?
Next weekend? You're not going to be avoiding all of us this time. And another thing, I want to know why Brandon, of all people, would rather play your ally than side with his own mother in all of this. He is my son in our family, yet he doesn't seem to understand anything.
It might have something to do with the fact that Brandon understands that I'm busy with my job a lot of the time, and that's why he sides with me.
You are always going on and on about this job of yours, Arya. But your number one job as a wife is to listen to what your in-laws say to you without even letting one word slip out of that mouth.
That may be how your family all operates, but that's not something I've ever heard about before.
Oh, and another thing. When you come out here to see the rest of the family, don't say a word about the allowance you're handing us.
I don't have a reason to talk about any of that, so don't get all antsy about it. But I do have one question regarding that allowance. How much longer do you guys need us to send you the money? Also, have you really been talking with your husband at all about it? Every time I meet with him, he never says a word to me.
Are you suggesting that I've been lying to him? I've been telling him about all of the money. About things like when the next allowance will be getting to us. Well, now I'll have to think about whether or not I want to keep talking about it with him anymore. Anyhow, this upcoming gathering better have you at it. Do you understand me? You're going to be here today, right? Everyone is really looking forward to seeing you here since it's been such a long time now. They all want to see what kind of horrible wife you've become after spending all that time avoiding everyone here.
Why would you say something like that? Have I done anything wrong?
I'm just speaking the truth is all. We all know that you don't care at all about your in-laws and that you'd rather be off on your own, only taking care of yourself, right? But thankfully, I am a very kind and thoughtful mother-in-law, which means that I'm going to forgive you for all of that. And to make sure you understand just how kind of a woman I am, I made sure that today everyone would be eating high-end filet mignon. That's why all of my family is really looking forward to this gathering and to see you here. Oh, and since you're Brandon's wife, you're going to be filling up your stomach on all kinds of high-end salts, all right?
What do you mean by that?
You never seem to be able to take a hint. You are nothing like the rest of my family, all right? It would be a waste of money to let you eat some of the finest meats that I can buy. So the only thing a stranger like you will be eating today is the steak salts that everyone else could care less about.
Really? Did you just call me a stranger?
Yes, I did. I sure did. A terrible wife like yourself means nothing to my family, and that's why we can't even think of you as part of us. Ugh, why did my son ever end up marrying a woman like you in the first place? Besides the fact that his wife is completely useless, he is a perfect little man.
Is that right? Then forget about your allowance.
What?
If you're going to say that I'm not your family or anything anymore, then there's no reason for me to really be sending you any more money.
Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, to me, you are nothing more than a stranger, but to you, your in-laws should all be still considered your family. Well, that's just common sense, right? So you have the responsibility as my son's wife to keep that money coming to us.
I completely understand your way of thinking, Sylvia.
So please allow me to go and have a word with Brandon about this. Sure, go ahead. But that's not going to change anything for you. That boy will understand my way of thinking completely and won't let you get away with such a lawless action. Anyway, you better be at this family gathering today, Arya. Brandon, where are you right now?
I just finished up getting something from the grocery store, and I will be on my way home. What's going on?
I was just texting with your mom a second ago.
My mom, huh? I'm sure this isn't going to be good then, right?
Well, she started off by asking me if I'd be making it to the family gathering today. But then soon after that, she made it very clear to me that I'm not considered family to her.
Huh? She went that far with you now?
Yeah. She told me that to make her family all happy, she went and bought a bunch of really expensive filet mignon. But since she doesn't see me as a part of the family, the only thing I'll be allowed to eat is the steak salt.
Do you want to just stay home from that stupid event?
Honestly, I really don't want to go to that stupid event. But if I don't show up this time, then things will only become worse the next time around. Right? I was being honest this whole time about having work all the time and never being able to attend those gatherings. So this time I should actually go. I think the reason she said something like that to me, about me not being family to her, is because I haven't been going out to see anyone recently. Maybe it was just meant as a joke or something?
Well, if that was meant to be a joke from her, it was not a very funny one. But if you're saying that you'd like to go this time, then I guess we're going. I myself haven't really been going home to my parents all that much recently. I'd like to see them and check out how things are going there.
Check on how things are going? Just in general?
You know better than I do that there are plenty of things wrong with my mom, right? I want to go and check and see if she's been telling the truth at all to the rest of the family, or if she's still hiding all her problems. In the past, lots of people had been hurt by what she was doing. So I just have to make sure things aren't getting bad again.
Is that right?
Well, I guess today we're really heading over to my parents' house then. But if there's anything that makes you want to go home while we're there, let me know right away. Then we can get the heck out of there.
Arya, you really have no guts, do you? Getting picked on by your mother-in-law is something you need to deal with as my son's wife. What were you thinking showing up here today only to turn right back around and leave like that? Are you trying to make me look bad in front of the rest of my family? I never thought that you'd actually have a plate ready for me at the dinner table filled with nothing but garlic salt. Everyone else had a nice steak and vegetables on their plates, yet I had nothing more than salt and a shot glass filled with water. What you've done hasn't only pissed me off, but it's upset your own son now as well. And when Brandon starts to get upset like that, your job as his wife is to make him settle down, all right? You really are so useless. Always blaming others for your own faults. Could you tell me why you always have to treat me like this, Sylvia? Well, there's not any kind of deep meaning to it, actually. I just happen to not really like you is all. I had made such a fine young man, and you came out of nowhere and completely ruined him. I don't want some thief like you becoming a part of my family. So why should I have to cater to you when it's much more easy to just treat you like said thief? Also, the reason my son never comes around his own parents anymore is because of you, right? Who is the real menace to this family, I wonder? I do apologize for all the times I've not been able to come out to see you all, but all those times I had really been busy with work and couldn't afford to leave that work behind. However, just because of that, you've gone and treated me like a complete stranger. Actually, much worse than a complete stranger. And now you've just gone and done it in front of everyone else in the family.
I really don't want to say something like this to you, Sylvia, but that money you're being given every month is the money I've worked countless hours for.
What was that? So now you're going to try playing the victim here? The only reason I gave you all that salt is because you've been getting a little plump lately. You should be very thankful that I was so thoughtful today, yet for some reason you don't seem to care at all for my thoughts on your figure.
Well, if that was the case, then why salt of all things? Wouldn't that only make me fatter in the end? Ugh. I'm done with this, Sylvia. It seems that no matter what I say, no matter what I do, your way of thinking is not going to change.
Would you stop trying to play things off like I'm the one in the wrong here?
Since you're no longer going to view me as a part of your family, I'd like you to stop contacting me from now on. So please leave me alone. If you ever need anything from us or have something to say, bring it up with Brandon.
Oh, running away from us again, I see. Well, that's totally fine with me. As long as you keep that money coming to me, I won't say another word to you. Excuse me? This month's allowance is still not entered my bank account at all. Not even $1. Did I forget to mention to you that it's your responsibility to be sending me that money each and every month since you're Brandon's wife? If you're not going to keep up with your responsibilities, then I'm going to have you divorced from my son.
Now, this is just what I remember, but I believe that last time I told you that I'd stop sending you money from now on, right? Or did I perhaps forget to say that to you?
I don't ever remember you saying something like that to me. And had you, I would have most definitely said no to that.
Let me ask you something, Sylvia. Could you please tell me why exactly I have to keep sending you an allowance each month? Because I don't quite remember what the reason was, if there even is one.
You don't remember? My reason is because you're my son's wife. And your primary job as his wife is to shut up and listen to what his mother tells you.
Then can you please explain to me why over time you've been asking for more and more money from me?
What?
At the start, you were only asking for around $400 a month from me. But over time, you continued to ask for more and more until it came to around $1,500 a month. Do you really need that much money from me?
I told you this already. There are still some payments left over on the loan we took out when we had part of the house reformed. And with my husband's income only, there were parts of our life where we felt a little uncomfortable because we were so close to not having enough money.
I heard that reason from you before, but are you really only using this money I'm giving you on paying off that loan?
What are you trying to say?
Well, it's just, ever since I started to send you money each month, you've been becoming more and more outgoing and overbearing. Also, you've been trying so hard to not let your husband know anything about the money I'm sending to you. You must have another reason for why you need this money from me, and one that would upset your husband very much if he were to find out, right?
There's no reason like that. But you never say anything about this to him. You still understand that, right?
Well, that's too bad, because I've already brought it up with him.
What did you just say? I have told you again and again not to say anything about this to him. You really are completely useless to me.
Let me just say, it wasn't me that went to him about all of this. He realized that something was up and came to me asking some questions about it all. He said that he noticed how much flashier your choice of clothing had become and wanted to know from me if there was anything going on with you. He then said to me that if there is anything going on between you and my family regarding money, to let him know about it.
So then, you told him about the allowance?
I did. It's the truth after all. And then after telling him about that money I've been giving you, he started to tell me some things that I had no idea about. There's never been a point this whole time your husband has been paying off that loan where you've handed him any of the money to help pay it off. So let me ask you one last time, where is that money I give you every month going?
You lied to me about that helping pay off that loan, all so that you could milk all that money off of me, right? Recently, I've been wondering why he's been so cold around me. So this has all been because of you, huh? Don't start blaming me for your issues, Sylvia. Anyhow, I'm not going to be sending you any more money for the time being, as I do not support you going out and wasting it on things that are not related to your husband and the house. So, you have no idea what could happen to you by turning your back on me and not listening to what I've said. I'm going to make sure you and Brandon are no more. Brandon, have you finished up your work for today yet? I have something you need to listen to. Your wife, Arya, she's being a real jerk right now. She's your wife, and yet she thinks she can turn her back on me and walk away. And the things I told her to keep a secret from your father, she told him about. That was supposed to be a secret between her and I as women. She is stepping completely out of line right now. Do you not see what she's doing is totally crazy?
So, this is about the money.
Oh. So you already know about this?
Of course I do. To be frank, from the start of all of this, I was against her ever sending you any money. But Arya told me that she'd been so busy with work for a long time that she was never able to go out and see anyone from the family. So she said this was the least she could do to help you out. And that's what led me to allow her to start sending you an allowance.
What?
I'm sure that you never knew about that, did you? Well, you just went and treated her like crap and called her a stranger in front of the whole family. I was not going to stop Arya from giving you money because that's what she felt compelled to do. But then you lied to her about needing it for a loan that Dad has been struggling to pay off. Instead, you used it for yourself. We are not going to be sending you any more money ever again.
No way, Brandon! Why have you turned into such a reckless little man now? Oh, you used to be such a good little boy to me.
A good little boy? All I was to you was your puppet. A doll that you used to do whatever you wanted with.
A puppet?
I'm not lying, right? That's the truth. In the past, there was never a moment in my life where I thought I could get away with going against you. Things like what I was allowed to learn, what I was allowed to watch, what I was allowed to do. All of that was controlled by you down to the finest detail, and if I didn't do exactly as you said, then you'd throw a fit and start to make an animal of yourself.
That'll never,
Don't you dare tell me all of that was never happening. All of that time I did all those things for you and achieved all those accomplishments for you, you never congratulated me. You only cared about yourself, and when I'd do something amazing, you'd take credit for it and never even made me feel as though I did something myself. In your mind, all I was a puppet that you can use to make yourself feel good. No, wait, that's not true actually. All I was to you was your trophy that you can brag about with all your friends and family. Never actually bothered to consider how I might be feeling.
Why are you saying all of that right now? I gave you all of my love back then.
All your love? Are you kidding me now? If you're really going to call all of that love for me, then do you remember what you said to me that one day when I lost the swimming match back in high school?
I wonder what it could have been. Oh, something like, great work, or maybe nice try, something along those lines?
Not even close. You said this to me, Mom. You have caused me a lot of embarrassment this time, and if you keep this up, then I won't be able to brag to everyone in our neighborhood anymore. Also, later that night, you didn't make me anything for dinner, and you would not let me make anything for myself. Back then, I still thought of you as my mom, and never wanted to say anything about the way you spoke about and treated me. But after what you did this time, lying about why you needed the money and treating my wife like a joke, I'm done with you. Arya and I are both going to cut ties with you for good now.
No way! Oh, you can't! Oh, don't leave me, Brandon! If you do that, you're going to regret everything.
And if I do regret this, then so be it. But right now, in this moment, I think leaving you for good is the best choice I'll make in my life. I'm no longer going to listen to anything else you have to say to me, just like you never listened to Arya and I. It's over with.
If people start to find out about all of this, do you have any idea what people in the neighborhood and around town will think?
Damn. So even now, with your son and his wife leaving you, the only thing you can think about is yourself and how others view you.
No, wait. Oh, that's not what I meant. That was just a reflex of sorts, and it slipped out of my mouth. I didn't actually mean to say that.
If that was a reflex of yours, then that means that you are accustomed to only thinking about yourself, and therefore do not care about how Arya and I feel. I'm done listening to your excuses. Don't ever talk to Arya and I ever again.
How dare you say something like that to your mother? I was the one that raised you, and do you feel any thanks for all of that? Ugh, you're a terrible child. No matter what it is, this is all your fault. I've now gone and lost my son, who once loved me more than anyone else. And now a lot of people in my family are not talking to me and will only roll their eyes when I try and talk to them. Had you just stayed in line, never complaining about anything I was doing, and listened to me, none of this would have happened. How dare you cause my life to fall into ruins?
Sylvia, you're still whining about how all of this is my fault. So none of what Brandon was telling you about actually made it into that thick head of yours?
Huh? I don't want to hear any of that from you now. Especially since you're the bitch who went and took everything from me.
Honestly, Sylvia, shut the hell up. I am utterly tired of listening to you go on and on about how this is all my fault and that you could never be responsible for making everyone want to hate you. Do you still think that I know nothing about the kind of indecent witch you are deep down? I know about all the things you did to your son as he was growing up, and I have to say it really pisses me off thinking that I still have to talk with you.
What? Tell me what was so bad about the things I did that you'd be pissed off with me. All I did was act like a good mother and raise my boy into the man he is now. I will not let anyone complain about the things I did for him.
Well, that's too bad, because I'm going to complain. I'll have you know that I freaking hate people like you. People that think they can just use other people and abuse other people and steal from them when they gain something you want. You must have no idea what it means to have some freaking dignity, do you, Sylvia? My mom was the same way, as the matter of fact. One massive bully that I never wanted anything to do with, but was forced to live under for years. Whenever I did something amazing, she'd always say it was because of her. She would always tell me to listen to what she says, no matter how ignorant and wrong it was. And when I messed up, she would tell me I was no good and that I was embarrassing not only her, but everyone in the family. You and my mom both seem to mistake your child's life for your own, and that is so upsetting to me.
I completely understand what your mother is talking about and feeling. I'm sure you frickin' do. Both of you share that same single brain cell. I'm sure neither of you have ever thought about your own kids, have you? And that's why your own kids have had to fight for their lives to fix their ways of thinking. It took me years to get over the fact that I was more than my mom's puppet and that my wants and needs mattered too. The only reason you ended up having issues like that in the first place is because you're not good enough for this world. Maybe you needed to grow a pair and actually live up to your mom's expectations.
Well, I'm sure you could say something like that. But that's totally fine. Here's how things are going to end here. Sylvia, you are going to be kicked out of your husband's house, so please begin preparing yourself for the big move out of there.
Huh? What do you mean I'm being kicked out of his house?
Your husband is planning to divorce you now, Sylvia. And as everyone seems to recall, it's your husband that owns that house now, right? So that means after the divorce, you will no longer be allowed to live there anymore.
Wait, why do I have to be the one getting divorced here? And why do I have to be the one getting kicked out of this house? You don't know why? Interesting. Because from what I'm aware of, you've been using all the money I've sent you to lavish yourself. You've also used some of it to get yourself a younger boyfriend, right? You also ended up borrowing some money from a loan shark because I wasn't giving you all you needed to afford that lifestyle. I was planning to pay all that money back. So you can't call that money borrowed. I'm not in any debt. Oh, so there's no excuse for you paying another man to take you out? That's because to me, I'm not actually paying him to go out with me. Him and I are in love now. Honestly, I can't tell if that's a joke or not. But that's not my problem. How about you go and tell your husband about that now and see what he thinks of it? I'm sure he'd love to find out that you're in love with a younger man you've been paying to take you out. Anyway, your husband has also noticed some of your shared money being used up, so he's made sure to count all that up as well. And he's going to make sure you pay him back that amount. No way! Arya, can you please go and do something to set my husband straight? I'm sure if you go to him saying that what I've done wasn't all that bad, then he'll listen to you and stop trying to get this divorce. Oh, have you forgotten already? I'm not your family. You said it yourself that I'm nothing more than a complete stranger to you. So I'm sorry to say this to you, but I'm not that kind of a stranger. I know some are willing to do a lot for others that they don't know, but I don't have that kind of heart in me. No. What should I do here then? Well, I think the first thing you should start to do is find yourself a new place to move to. How does that sound? Can you at least get my son to think about cutting ties to me? My husband is going to throw me away, and my own son wants to cut ties to me. Brendan is the one who decided he doesn't want you as his mom anymore. So I have no right trying to say anything to him about that choice. Now it's getting to be that time where I need to head back into work. Don't talk to me ever again, Sylvia. Please, just listen to what I'm saying to you. Oh, please do something about this. Oh, please.
I'm so very sorry about what my mom had done. Had I just stood up a little taller and actually taken matters into my own hands, she wouldn't have even thought about treating you like that.
I've told you already now that you don't need to apologize for her actions. Especially since you hate her just as much as I do. You and I have completely cut ties to her now, so it's over. But I have to ask, are you going to be all right, Brandon? I get that she treated you like crap all your life, but even so, she's still your mom by blood, right? Are you sure you're not going to regret any of this?
I have no plans of regretting the choice I've made here. And even if I do, I'd rather regret what I've done with her than live the rest of my life knowing how much of a bitch she will continue to be. When I married you, Arya, my mom should have already known what was coming for her. That I would be making a family with you and that she wouldn't be allowed to follow me. Honestly, the fact that she continued to be so awful around you was kind of a blessing. Because of that, I was able to shut her down once and for all.
Oh, that's great to hear. I'm very happy to see you so excited about the choice you've made.
I hope that after making the said choice, you and I will never have to experience a person like her ever again.
I hope so too. After the divorce took place between Sylvia and her husband, she no longer had a place to live and was forced out of his house. Thinking that there was still hope for her, though, she started to go around the neighborhood asking people to let her stay with them because she was such an amazing woman. But the thing was, everyone in the neighborhood had always hated her for the way she flaunted her son like a trophy and bragged about his achievements all the time. So not a single person around was even willing to speak with her about letting her in. It didn't help that a lot of them also knew about the man she was paying to go out with her and about the feelings she had for him. So, in the end, there was no hope for her in that part of town, and she had to move on from there. She then decided it was time to go all the way back home to her parents' house, even though it's almost been a decade since the last time she was around them. There, none of her family really wanted anything to do with her, and were suspicious as to why her husband divorced her and sent her away. But instead of asking her for the details, they all just kept their distance from her and moved her into the basement. Sylvia stopped going out to see that young man she said she was in love with so much, instead choosing to shut herself in, never going out very much. As for myself, my life with Brandon has gotten a whole lot better for the both of us. I've been able to focus a lot more of my time and energy into work again, and pretty soon here, I'm going to be getting a promotion. Brandon is also working hard to get a promotion, so neither of us have been around the house too much. We plan to get ourselves into some good positions within our companies and then ease up on working all the time to start focusing on making a little family of our own. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.